This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Let's get right into the news. All right, so we got Fat Joe and Uncle Luke facing off over who signed who found Trick Daddy, who brought Trick Daddy to get him a deal, who brought his demo to Atlanta to get him a deal, who helped Pitbull. Uncle Luke just called out like, hey, it didn't go down this way because, people tried to rewrite history. I'm glad Uncle Luke checked him because let's be honest, man. Fat Joe be going crazy with these stories, rewriting history. Hate it when people rewrite history. Diddy was just rewriting history with Drink Champs, saying they started podcasting for hip-hop when clearly you had Taxstone, Combat Jack, Joe Budden, Peter Rosenberg, Cypher Sounds. They were all doing it way before. He jumped on the bandwagon copying Elliot Wilson. Nori, I'm talking about. Anyways, let's get into this. They faced off and they handled it like men and talked it out. And it wasn't a big deal. They're friends regardless. But let's listen to this.
That's what's up. Yeah. We'll let me see who's on here. Requests. I'm not, all right, I'm gonna just let a little more people get on here. Yeah, if Joe wanna get on, that'd be great. I'd love to have Joe on. Somebody just said he wanted to come on. I would love to have my brother on here. I'm not no Instagram specialist, so I guess you go into the requests and then I link them in. I know Trick that said he want to get on, have a conversation too. Give y'all about 2 more minutes, then I'm gonna just file, because I ain't gonna try to be on here all night with all this. I love all y'all. Oh, tap in. How do I follow Joe? How do I do this? Go live with Joe. You and Joe. I think that's how it works.
Uncle Luke, the living legend, the icon.
What's going on, Craig? How you feeling, man?
I'm here, man. Luke, man, I've been 20 years in Miami, never had one argument with somebody, right? And so when they wake me up, I'm sleeping, I'm in my mother's house, I'm here in Miami. And you know how people get to talking and then I'm like, this is impossible. And so what I can say is, Luke, like I told you, Luke discovered Miami. Luke is an icon, living legend. He created the sound of Miami. He put everybody on. Now, what I was explaining, right, was maybe even Trick Daddy don't know. I came down to Miami when it was Super Bowl. Trick Daddy was playing all over the Calmar, all over the parties. I went back up to New York. I sat down in the office with Craig Kalman, who's still the boss of Atlantic. I don't fuck with him no more. But I took the demo of Trick Daddy. I put it on his desk. I said, you need to sign this guy. He's the next guy. Now, I know you discovered Trick. I know you discovered Pitbull. I never said I discovered them. Luke, I took his demo out of love for hip-hop, and Craig Kalman calls me 2 days later and tells me, I signed the guy Trick from Miami. Cool. That's what I'm elaborating to. When it comes to Pitbull, I know you discovered Pitbull from day one. I didn't say I discovered Pitbull. What I said was, when I was in New York, I was fucked up. I was on the run. I came to Miami. My brother Robert Fernandez, Robbie Rob, who still works with Pitt to this day, let me stay in this house for 6 months. Nobody else has done that for me. So a couple of years later, when Big Pun's double platinum, Fat Joe's platinum, the Spanish niggas is rocking, TBT is begging me for any Spanish artist in the universe. Robbie Rob steps to me and says, Joe, I need this favor. I walk in TBT, to Brian Leach, Steve Gottlieb, and I said, this is the guy. This is the next one. Now they signed him. I never did business with Pitbull or Trick. I never signed them. This was all out of love. Everything I did was out of love.
Right.
And so when I say these things, you know, we've been around too long, Luke. We've been a principle. So when I go on record and I say something, I really believe it. I really mean it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know it's always been love with me and you. I know it's been love with all of us. And so when everybody's telling me this and this and that, I say, yo, let me break it down to Luke and everybody, my side of the story, or my truth, because I'm telling the truth. Now, I know when it comes to Miami, you discovered Pitbull, you discovered Trick Daddy, you put Khaled on your radio show, the first main radio show. I don't deny nothing. You was king of Miami when you first came out. You understand?
Right.
I'm not saying that. Miami's my home for 20 years. I've received nothing but love, and I got nothing but respect for everybody in Miami. But I believe this time 2 people are right. I believe 2 people are right. And that's it. I just want to come on here and say my piece, brother.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it. Just like when we had a conversation, you know, and that's why when I did the post, you know, my father was telling me about it, and I looked at the whole thing, but at the same time, shit, what happened? You know, when I put the post out, I said, hey man, I love this dude. You know, I fuck with it. You know what I mean? Shit, man, you go way, we go too far back. You know, and we've been back where I done been in New York in situations where I done came to your spot and you had to put down on some, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? We got history, we got too much love, and that's why I would kind of take it back. But then, just like you said, when I was like Pitt, when I got Pitt, you know, it was because there was Big Pun and Fat Joe, these Puerto Rican artists, you know, doing big numbers and shit. Like, look, man, I'm gonna have a you know, because I'm here, you know, and so we did records and all that, and we put him on, stacked him up and all that. Like I say, after I burned out on the music business, and then he said, man, I want to go do some things, and I don't know what happened after that. I know he went with and Teach and all my guys, but again, just like we don't know what happened after. Same thing with Trick. You know, I was in bankruptcy, so if I did record with him while in bankruptcy, trying to get all my trying to get clear of all the samples and everything. So I went to record with him, and I was able to do it. And I was on Island Records at that time. And I said, hey, Trick, we're gonna do this, and then when I get, then we're gonna. But it took too long. He ended up signing up, from my understanding, with Slip and Slide. So they then ended up on Atlantis. But I say all that to say, you never know what happened and how that transpired after. You know what I'm saying? Deals get cut all the time. And there's always people who look out and people who put down and people who introduce. So yes, you're right. Both of us are right in this situation, because at the end of the day, you know, once they left me, what happened, who did what, how did it happen, but everybody became successful. And then nobody becomes successful without people who, you know, co-signing and co-signing things. So, you know, I'm glad we're able to get on here, conversation.
Yo, Luke.
Well, isn't that interesting? No, I'm glad they talked that out. It was pretty unnecessary and pretty stupid to be beefing over that, but Fat Joe be running his mouth. He wants credit for everything. Dude, that was Big Pun, bro. Like, that was your best gift to the world, I think. Because Fat Joe's, like, cool, but, like, you know, Big Pun was dope. But there's some great Fat Joe songs, too. I don't know. Anyways, that little beef is to bed, and I'll check you guys later.